now joined by first-year Florida State head coach Willie Taggart. The Seminoles concluded spring practice with their spring game last Saturday in front of more than 60,000 spectators. Florida State opens the 2018 season hosting Virginia Tech on Labor Day Monday, September 3rd. Coach, if you could please give us an opening statement, and then we'll open it up for questions.
We wrapped up our spring practice this last weekend with an unbelievable showing out of our crowd. It was a really nice environment to be around. Had a lot of former players back, which was pretty cool to see. Over 300 former players back on campus, and just seeing the energy and the morale of everyone, having Coach Bowden back and hearing the crowd cheer for him was really awesome for me personally. And we got some things accomplished in the spring ball that we wanted to. So we got our spring game pretty healthy, so that was a good thing for us. And now it's moving on to the off-season with a lot of positive momentum, and it's up to us to continue to build on that positive momentum now.
At this time, we'll open it up for questions.
If you'd like to register for a question, please press 1-4. We have a question from the line of David Hale with ESPN.com. Please proceed.
Hey, Willie, you talked about the spring game atmosphere and bringing Coach Bowden back and the crowd that was there. I know you yourself and a lot of your assistants have been very active on social media, the way you've kind of gotten out in the community. How much, in terms of being a first-year coach at a place like Florida State, and certainly given your historical ties to the program, how big of a priority was it for you just to sort of engage the greater Florida State community and the history of the school and that kind of stuff?
Well, I think for me personally, it was just coming and trying to do what I thought Florida State was from afar, and so I'm just trying to live up to that. I always thought it was about family and football and faith, and which Coach Bowden believed in, and we have so much tradition here, and coming back, I didn't feel it as much. I didn't feel like we were really connected like we needed to be, and so we tried to put an emphasis on just getting everyone back involved, people that built this program and made it to what it is today, and let them know we appreciate it. I think it's important that our football team understand those people that came before them as well, because they're a big reason why they decided to come to Florida State.
And sorry to ask, but is there any sort of long-term issues with DeAndre Francois, given some of the off-field stuff that came out recently?
As I mentioned before, we're handling it internally. DeAndre knows he needs to be better at decision making, and he also knows he needs to do a great job of who he's around and what he's around. He understands the expectation, and I think he'll live up to it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Our next question is from the line of Mike Barber with the Richmond Times-Dispatch. Please proceed.
Morning, Coach. I'm curious, when does the game planning, the film study for your season opener begin?
It already started. Our guys have got an introduction to Virginia Tech and what and some of the things they'd like to do. They were able to practice some of those things in spring ball, and we'll be able to carry that over in the off season. But it started already. It started in our preparation and understanding what we're doing and how we're doing it, so we can continue to get better at it. And then once it comes time for game time, they should have a better understanding of our opponent.
And do you know Coach Fuente? Have you guys crossed paths much?
We have. Justin and I actually played against each other in college, and we both are ACC brethren. We both came from that conference and faced each other, so been knowing each other for a while. Great dude and great coach.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And our next question is from Mark Berman with the Roanoke Times. Please proceed.
Good morning. How did the spring process go in terms of kind of implementing your spread type offense? How has the offense adjusted to it so far, and is it a good match for the current group of players?
I thought it went well. I thought our guys picked up on it fairly quickly. I thought the big adjustment for them was just practicing without a huddle and going a little faster than what they did before. So our guys had to learn to think a lot quicker so they can react quicker the way we need them to. And But I thought it's been good, not only for our offense, but for our defense, too, to be facing it every day. And so they have a better understanding of how to deal with it as well. But I thought our guys picked up on our schemes, understand the foundation of what we're trying to build here within the offense. And yes, I do think we have guys here that can run the offense.
And on the other side of the ball, I guess, how might the defense look different to fans this year with Coach Barnett and what his philosophy is going to be?
Well, he's more of a 4-2-5 guy, and I think you see a guy being aggressive, fast, physical, and aggressive on that side of the ball, and just something Coach Barnett believes in, I believe in, and the way that we need to play. Allow our guys to play football and not be confused, and make sure they're disciplined and technique sound.
Thank you.
And our next question is from Safid Dean with the Orlando Sentinel. Please go ahead.
Hey, Coach. After the last couple of seasons, there's been a lot of competition between the ACC and the SEC as the best conference in college football on the field, and also loading up prospects in the NFL draft. I just wanted to get your impressions on the league and the competition that you're going to be, facing, in your tenure.
I think both conferences are elite. You look at the last two national championships, they came within these two conferences, and I think you look around, not only just football, basketball, baseball, whatever it is, you see schools in both conferences doing a great job. They're both in the South, which gives them both an advantage. And again, they both produce NFL players and have good coaches and good players. So I'm excited to be a part of it and being able to have all those things that everybody else has.
Thanks, Coach.
Our next question is from Dan Tortora with WakeUpCallDT.com. Please proceed.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
I am doing excellent. How are you?
Doing well. Just to kind of go off of what you were saying a little bit earlier about what you've done already at Florida State to make your mark and kind of maybe change some things or improve some things.
Just trying to get better at what we're doing, try to implement the way that we do things, change the culture to how we want it, and have great coaches in here to mentor and hold our guys accountable to doing what they say we're going to do. I know what I thought Florida State always been and should be, and going to try to implement that vision with everyone around and get it back to a championship level. It's just doing what we do and try to do it better than anyone else, and continue to recruit great players here, hold them accountable, and try to live up to the expectations that we all signed up for.
And then as far as your road from South Florida to Oregon back to the state of Florida with Florida State, just what you've learned from that time period and spending some time on the West Coast, and just what you took away from that opportunity and how you've improved as a coach coming into Florida State.
Well, I think when it comes to coaching, it's all the same, no matter where no matter where you're at. It's all about getting the young people to be better as a football player, as a person, and academically helping them achieve what they want to achieve. And those things don't change. I think from a structural standpoint, athletically, it probably changes. South Florida was totally different than Oregon. And we had Oregon. You had great resources and great fan base and good football players. It was nice.
Jackson. Samuel's going to get it, Jackson.
Hello?
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 Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
This is Coach Petrino.
Hey, Coach Petrino, it's Kevin at the ACC office. Coach Taggart just finishing up, and then we'll be right with you.
All righty. You guys ready?
Yeah. Hang on one second, Coach Petrino. Do we have the operator with us?
Correct.
Okay, we have one last one for Coach Taggart.
we have a question from the line of Leo Haggerty with It Sports Magazine. Please go ahead.
Good morning, Coach. Welcome back to Florida.
Hey, thank you very much. Good morning.
Coach, what was your major goal going into spring practice this year other than coming out healthy?
Well, our guys have a clear understanding of what we want to do offensively, special teams, and defensively. I thought it was really important that we teach our guys the foundation of what we're doing in every aspect so that they can go into the off-season when they have to train and do things on their own. They have an understanding of what the coaches want. And so I thought our coaches did a great job of implementing that with our players, and they did a good job of understanding it, and it's going to be key for them going into the off-season to get better at some of those things that we went over in spring ball.
Coach, in spring, what's the hardest position to develop in your mind?
I think all of them. I think they all are unique, and I think it takes really good planning and a good understanding of what you're trying to develop, and like I say, but I think each position are different, and I think each coach is different, and rather than trying to develop the complete person, I think you develop certain things to eventually get the player to be what he needs to be. So, but each position is different. Quarterback's different than O-line, and O-line is different from receiver, but they all difficult because of all the distractions and everything else that comes with playing big-time college football and not as much time.
Thanks, Coach. Welcome home again.
Thank you very much.
Coach Taggart, this is Kevin Best at the ACC office. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to talking to you throughout the year.
Hey, thanks a lot, Kevin.